check and put it on the road. I be warming up the trap with the kitchen stove. Price low, you would think you at the dollar store. How you fucking with them niggas and you know they told? Them folks laying niggas up like a finger roll. My J been smoking so long that his fingers gone. Big blocks, big shots, think I'm Bobo. You ain't gotta shoot for me, I got my own heat. You ain't gotta smoke with me, I got my own weed. Nah, you ain't gotta do me shit, I got my own cheese. Got my own size, nigga, and I got my own cheese. Wop serving out the spot until I'm on E. Fuck around and mix the Gucci with the LV. When you pull up on my street, you can smell niggas call you for a gram. They gon' call me for a LB. I be bagging up them bowls with a Wendy's cup. I got tired of hitting the road, I send you some. Nigga make another threat and I'm sending some. Bruh, why the fuck you call me? You ain't spending nothing. I be living this for real, coulda played in Belly. The only time you need to call is when the money ready. The nigga lying through his teeth if he say he check me. When I'm done shooting his 9, grab another weapon. Before I finish with this load, I'ma need more. Bag, take a rap check and put it on the road. I be warming up the trap with the kitchen stove. Price low, you would think you at the dollar store. How you fucking with them niggas and you know they told? Them folks laying niggas up like a finger roll. My J been smoking so long that his fingers gone. Big blocks, big shots, think I'm Bobo. Big blocks, big shots, think I'm Bobo.
What up, what up? It's the Real Underground Sports, man. We live on the Real Underground radio station, Facebook page, man, YouTube, Real Underground, and everywhere else we live on. That was a Bag Rich School Wop, you know what I'm saying, showing a little love today to Bag Rich. And we're just going to get into a lot of stuff. Just a lot of stuff I want to get into from the NBA draft to the NBA finals to the dude from overseas, Victor Wembanyama. Just a few things, and then a couple things I noticed on a couple draft boards. A couple Arkansas players, they look high on some. They're highly ranked on some NBA mock drafts, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And I want to talk about some of that. But this is the Real Underground Sports, man. Hey, if you don't have that app, and I want to say this before I get started, the Real Underground radio station app, go out there and download that app. Check out all of the live shows we have and things of that nature. First thing I want to do is get into this dude, Victor Wembanyama, or Wemby, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been calling him or whatnot. And let me see. I don't know, man. I'm still not really I'm still not fully sold on him, and just tell you the truth, I don't really know. And then he's the 7-foot dude from France or whatever. And he got the handles like I won't say handles like Durant. I'm not going to really say handles like Durant or whatever. We can check out some of his highlights, but I don't say handles like Durant and don't want to put him out there like that. But he got good handles, good ball, control, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm looking at him, at the same time, he doesn't look very strong or whatever. And it's certain things like the competition in the NBA and the defensive schemes and all of that, I think would be a little better. He easy to push. Like, and these guys they aren't even strong, nor are they really trying to, push him off of his path. And see, even with that, like the way that shot looked, if you looking at the highlights, it's like you won't be able to do that. You won't make those shots, and he's kind of like Anthony Davis, to a smaller degree, as far as you can get pushed and moved, and your shots look funny. Like it looks like you're always having to flop or something a little bit, And I don't think the handles are good. I don't know. I'm not sure what position you can even play him, because and you could say that he can shoot over maybe a smaller defender, but I believe like a defender, a 6'8" defender, or say somebody like Jay Crowder. I believe Jay Crowder could stop him. You know what I mean? Like could give him trouble all night. Like it to where I don't know. I don't really me personally. I don't see him being able to. Let me see. Uh, I I I think at the most he may could average about like 14 and maybe 5 rebounds or something, a block or two. Like I don't see no outstanding numbers. Nor do I see nor do I see like dominance. My thing right now, he's gonna be like now, mind you, Michael Porter Jr., who I'm about to say, he kind of faded away because of injury. But then now he's like a role player, even though he's a, a greater role player. He is like tricky. Like he's one of just the role players, but he would have been your number one option or a number one option had he not got hurt. And and I say that to say, now watching Denver or whatnot, you don't even look at Michael Porter Jr. as a person that should be dominant, should be like a 25 plus point per game guy or whatnot, and it's just kind of second nature just to see him as a third, fourth option or whatever. And there are nights where he can get hot, and there are nights where Michael Porter Jr. will have a pretty good game. This Victor Wimbiana from France, though, he'll be the number one pick. And the fact that he's going to the Spurs or whatnot, I'm not sure if they even have a nucleus of players that you can put around him and make him dominant. I'm not even, he doesn't have a game like Jokic where he could post somebody or do some of the things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sold on this guy. Really, to tell you the truth, that's Victor Wimby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to say that he'll be a bust. I'm just going to say that I'm not sure if they should put the hype on him, and I think more of the hype around him or surrounding him or why he has that hype or in it that hype gives him that potential to be a bust. And the reason why I don't want to put that on him is because I just don't think that I never thought that he was what they were trying to make him, or they're saying he could be. And if he really were, I remember the hype of LeBron when he was coming into the league, or when people thought, like he was the next hype man, this LeBron James guy. And people went and checked him out a little bit, and he was the real deal. Like that was a thing. Like when you looked at LeBron, you could tell, like, yeah, man, dude right there, he gonna be pretty good, and there's no way around it. And I don't see that with this Victor. He's 7'5" and he's really skinny. I'm not sure, like, what we have. Bobo, you had Taco Fall, you got Chet. Remember, Chet is like Wimby, but Chet is probably 7'1" or 7 feet. He's the same, and dude is already hurt. Hadn't played, got to play, hadn't got to play a game yet, and he's built like Chet Holmgren and whatnot, and to a degree, I think they're the same player. Like I don't see neither of them dominating in any way, and the way that they were talking about Chet in the tournament, and when he faced a couple teams like Arkansas or whatnot, and he kind of struggled to a degree and was in foul trouble. I think the same with Wimby because who who does he guard? I think you can say, well, he has block potential, really long, but I don't think he can guard anyone that by height or size or matchups on the court. I don't think he could guard any of the players that he'll be guarding. He can't guard Giannis. Giannis run right through him, too strong. You can't guard Joker. He's too strong. You're not gonna guard Embiid. He's too strong. So it's like, I mean, um, any of the good post players will give him problems. And then if they're gonna put him at like the four or maybe a three, that sort of deal, he ain't guarding Kevin Durant. He'll have a hard time guarding AD. May could stay, go with him. With players like that, but he'll have to check Brandon Ingram. Jason Tatum. They 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" type guys, but they're actually strong and they actually got more lateral movement and quickness than he do. I don't see, because when they say he got a handle or he can handle the ball like Durant, I say no, he can't. Just say he can dribble, because he can dribble, but he can't handle the ball like Durant, because to me, Durant can actually handle the ball like a guard and get around you. And none of the footage of dude that I've watched, I haven't seen a handle on him to where his handle is getting him by um, any bigs or anybody. Like he's not in and out and one or crossing up and da da da. He can do that, because he can handle the ball, but it's not to a degree of where, to me, where he can get by people. And I think that's going to make him have to be like a pull up jump shooter or a stretch, and then now I don't know. I mean, but he can stretch a big out but I wouldn't guard him with an actual five, so you can guard him with a four. I don't, because if I'm guarding him with a four and he's limited to only shooting threes and jumpers, I feel like we've won anyway. Like we shut him down, and I don't. If he were to go to the Spurs, to make him, I guess they're going to attempt to make him um, their franchise player, their Tim Duncan, that sort of deal. I don't think that'll work. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think that'll work at all. I don't think he's prepared for something like that. I think to even try to put that on him would be unfair. But I'm just wondering, if you were if you were the coach, where would you put him if you were the Spurs? Because right now the Spurs don't have a superstar player. They don't have a number one. They don't have any of that. They don't have a Batman, no Batman and Robin. So we're taking him with the number one pick. What position do you put him at, or how do you play him to then make him your franchise staple player? Or do you think that his handle and bounce and all of that is that good that you play him on the ball like maybe Jason Tatum and LeBron? Because if you say his handle is like Durant, notice that you very seldom see Durant in that type of situation. Like, even he is not a off the dribble create, which he can create his shot, and like he can beat you with the dribble, like he can do that. But he don't they don't run an offense through him to do that, is what I'm saying. So are you trying to make Wimby be a point, whatever? Like, he can't do it like Tatum. He's not a LeBron. Jokic, to even degree, is a point man, a point big or forward, whatnot. This dude won't be able to do that in the NBA. So I don't think the body can even develop on him to be a threat. I'm not sure where they play him at, and that's gonna be the key. Where do we change him? Do we flash him to the high post, and does he operate in the high post? Not really. You can push him off of wherever he is. Like you, if he's supposed to uh post right here on the elbow or something, and he may want to set screens and whatever, you can push him off of that. He won't be able to post any of these NBA players. They're gonna push him. They're gonna push him. You can move him until you mess up the play. And I'm not seeing him because I'm not seeing him dominate these teams in ways that it looks dominating. So he might can say he went for 37, but if he was actually dominating like the hype, everybody would be running to those videos and everybody would be talking about him. You know, because we do get caught up on hype, and the thing about it is you have to hype him up so much that when someone goes to really check him out on a either game by game basis or on a video clip by clip basis, they're left slightly disappointed. And that's my thing. If I guess you gotta take him, but if I were the Spurs, I really wouldn't take him number one. Because I don't see. I mean, you're still the same team unless you plan on trading him to somebody. But I wouldn't take him number one, and I don't think that by the Spurs taking him number one, that you're gonna end up in a situation to where he can even overachieve. But I will say this: if he can stay in the league, say 7 years. In those 7 years, he averaged like 14 and 10, 14 and 9. I think that would be a good career. That's why I say, and I think that would be better than what I'm really seeing him, do or thinking he'll do. I think it'll be a combination of injury and struggle, and then mentally he may check out to where he could be a double single guy, like only eight, he average 8 and 6 or something. And it really looked like a bust. I think that if he consistently can stay and he'll get you a journeyman's 13 points, 9, 10 rebounds, all, and you can depend on it with the challenging of shots and stuff on defense. If he could do that for 6, 7 years, I think good. He's good, but making him out to be a number one pick and do what a number one pick does, that's not going to work. And they're going to still have to put players around him to even make him be effective. So that's that. But man, it's Real Underground Sports, man. Real Underground radio station app, realunderground.com. Go check us out on Facebook, YouTube. Switch a player, put anything, anywhere, all of that. Check us out. We're in here. We're gonna jump into this video real quick, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna start previewing the NBA draft. I want everybody to get a roundabout look at some of the players that may be lottery players and how they, I'm real big on the looking at how players play, and not just the numbers and that sort of deal. So I go on I watch these players religiously, and then when I see the names and then I'm showing you the film, I'm also showing you exactly what their potential is to overachieve or what you getting in reality. And there's not a lot of them, but not a lot of solid players, but what they can do. Some of these players will maybe end up better than what we may think. So we're going to get into some of that. But right now we're going to get into this video, man. It's How D Black Do That, featuring Joker Beezy, called Whoa.
nigga, then I'ma hit one of the bros. I got the pistol on me, little buddy, don't make me put one through your soul. At first they want to know what I'm on, now I got it under control. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm trying to cop me a bowl. I put the cash in the shoe box. If I throw it, it cover the flow. Them niggas been capping by prices, so fuck it, I might have to remix the lows. Whatever I do, I'ma make me a profit. If not, I'ma come through your door. I was in the pots, putting lows in the freezer. Put it back in the jar with some orange peels. And you know I want what I want for this shit. No, I'm not giving you no deals. Swear what I'm telling you so real. FPG, we get them going for real. Really was swinging my dough for real. Play with a penny, you gon' be killed. My nigga 3 just took the folks on one, and they just caught him with a cutie. But he got it under control, motherfucker. Parolee can do what he want to. My other bro fighting the case on some bullshit, and he just had a son too. In other words, I ain't got time for the talking. If you tryna shop, what you gon' do? Whoa, whoa, got this shit under control. If I ain't got what you need, my nigga, then I'ma hit one of the bros. I got the pistol on me, little buddy, don't make me put one through your soul. At first they want to know what I'm on, now I got it under control. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got it under control. I done got high like the spot right up under the stove. Water my wrist, that bitch dove in the ocean. I'm living life, they think I'm bragging and boasting. You're moving my life, it's a picture in motion. I beat up the block till my pockets is swollen. I whip out the lie like that motherfucker stolen. Yo, bitch, give me net like that motherfucker broken. These niggas ain't threeing me, no. Like Cupid, it came off a bow. No, these niggas be bluffing like snow. I came up off me as yet trapping in stoves. I held it down for the foe, sunk in the grass, so I had to mow.
Real Underground Radio Station. Real Underground Radio Station. Real Underground Sports. Man, that's how D Black do that, featuring Joker Beezy. Whoa, man, shout out. You know what I'm saying? We just like to play music because, you know, all the athletes get hyped to music before the games and all that. We just give you something, you know, to go out there and check out, and go check that out. How D Black do that, featuring Joker Beezy. The thing called Whoa. Man, this NBA draft coming up real soon, and these are some of the names that I've been seeing on the draft board or whatnot, and I'm going to go over some of these names and go over, you know, some of the highlights of these players so you can see these, just give you a roundabout of what they can even do. You know what I'm saying? And right up there on the screen, you see this is from a mock draft, you know. Got Victor Wembanyama that we've just looked at, Victor. And then, you know, a lot of people are talking about this guy, Scoot Henderson, as the number 2 pick. And we gonna even look at Scoot and let you see what he can do. And if your team, I don't know who picking, I forgot how the lottery goes. I don't know who got the actual second pick. It may be the Hornets, but we're gonna get into some of Scoot highlights and let you see what he can do. But he played in the G League, I believe, and a lot of people were excited about him. Now, being that he played in the G League, you know, you might want to. Being that he played in the G League, he's NBA like understanding. So he's also knows how now to attack NBA style. Like they've used him in the one-on-ones or whatever. He's a point guard. He's like a cross to me between, which is crazy. He's a cross between Darius Garland and Colin Sexton to me. Like he kind of plays like both of them, you know. And for Charlotte, I guess with LaMelo Ball being injury prone, and I guess as long as he is, maybe moving him off of the ball some. I don't know. Or you may be thinking if you were Charlotte to get a Scoot, you could play both of them, and you know, you may be able to get ready to package LaMelo. You may think that he's one of those players that He's one of those players that may be injury prone, and you can get package a good deal. But I say Scoot, he has that the dog or confidence like Anthony Edwards, and now you he well he's kind of like Donovan Mitchell. Doesn't look like he has real handle. So, but I've never seen people really stop Donovan Mitchell either. So, Scoot is just tough, man, and a team like Charlotte could use him now. You got to understand too that if your team were to get Scoot Henderson, that as far as an assist type point guard to do the stuff to set people up, yeah, not really. He's not really your scoring point guard either, like Dame Lillard and those guys. So he isn't. He won't change your franchise is totally himself. 'Cause he'll need people, and he'll need help. He should, if he's your second, third option, quote unquote, because he's the point guard, and you have an actual option A and a potential option B, then he completes that team and make pretty much makes it a big three, that sort of deal. And I believe I believe he'll be straight. I think he'll be good. I I see how he play, and again, he's also he's also ready. Like there's a base of certain things that base of offense and schemes and names and stuff, and being in the G League, you're kind of learning that. So he knows how to operate maybe in the NBA offense, that sort of deal, and he can get down, man. I'm like, you see the highlights there. He can get down, man. I like Scoot, again. So if your team is set to pick him, you know what I'm saying? That I mean you're getting a good player. He's a good point guard. I don't really see any bust in him. He can shoot a little jumper, the mid range. You see that. He can do it consistently, and he just has that dog. He gonna play defense because he's just always after it. I think he plays pretty good defense. Man, that's Scoop. Like if you're a Charlotte person, or if your team end up trading for him and you were wondering why, okay, a lot of people ain't see him. I don't see like he's one of those players that when if you know basketball and you watch, you say, oh, okay, he can hoop, you know, because I think you got Wimby. He's just 7'5". I don't want him to be a bust, but I don't see him making just an impact. School to be good. He'll be. There's a lot of point guards like him that he'll be okay. He's not. He won't turn into your CP3. He's not necessarily John Morant, but he is a game changer. He is like a better version of Kyle Lowry. Um, Maybe a better version of who's another point guard. It's just a guard. Better version of like way better version of a than they used to play for the Grit. Conley. These guards that are just guards. He like Malcolm Brogdon. Better version of that. But I believe he's held back by Boston. But he's a better version. That's Scoot Henderson, man. We got this guy Brandon Miller, who they're looking at to be third. We're gonna check out Brandon Miller and see what he's about. But the NBA draft is coming up, and I know a lot of people, and because of the way college basketball and all of that is set up, everybody don't get to watch these players, and you don't get to really see. You don't really get to see how you don't get a realistic, I guess, view of these players, and that's what I'm wanting to do. So we got Brandon Miller here. We're gonna check out some of Brandon Miller and look at some of his highlights or whatnot. Brandon Miller, again, he's a forward. Played at Alabama this year. He was SEC Player of the Year. I want to say Defensive Player of the Year. He can pull up. He, I don't know. I don't want to say I think he'll have a better career than Wimby because he can be like Josh Jackson. He got the potential to maybe not be as good as you think, but I think that he probably will have a better career than Wimby. Brandon Miller, this dude may be one of those guys that average like 19, 8, and 8, I I think it'll be okay. It'd be like 19, 20 point per game, or I don't see him averaging more than that. Like I don't think he'll be in somebody that can like Garnett start putting up 25 and stuff like that. But if he's giving you 19, 20 or something, he's a second option almost, and they're gonna be nice where he does have 24, 25. So, but he's also not like a game changing player, like a once in a lifetime one of those. He's okay. I don't see LeBron. I don't see Kobe coming out of it. I don't see T Mac, but you didn't. You could see that in their game. Um, his game to me is like a watered down version of Paul George. If you can say that. So if you think about it, he's like a watered down version of Paul George. I don't none of these guys to me, if what you've seen now are the potential three best players, then this isn't gonna be too much of a this isn't gonna be a very very deep draft at all. You know what I'm saying? Um so don't just get your hopes up. I don't see any of these players as a rookie like overachieving. If somebody did, then I'd be surprised by that. But again, they got Brandon Miller ranked as the second or third best player. I still say you can get by with Scoot because a lot of people need a point guard. He'll be. I don't know who can you put. So if he were to go, let's say Brandon Miller were to go to Portland, okay, he'd be okay. And I still think in the start, if they put him in the starting role as a rookie, if you let him start as a rookie and say we're gonna try to see if you can we can make you a number one or something like that, I'm not even sure if he's he'll get. I'm not even sure if he'll give you 20 a game, even if you're trying to feature him as a rookie. So I think his ceiling is potential All Star. I'm not, and I want to be wrong, but I'm just. Then that don't mean bust. That mean like he's it's not going to jump to a Garnett status type player, Harden type player. But you don't always have to be just that to be cold because there are a lot of players that aren't necessarily those top tier players that you think of, and that's okay. So if like a 17 and 10 guy all the time, that's like Zach Randolph or something you don't see as the top tier, but you knew they went hard. People don't put Spreewell in like a top tier, but they go hard. So I'm Brandon. He's that to me, and that is about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see much more, man. Tell you the truth, I don't really see. I don't know. The draft really is not that good right now to me. Because these are your top players right there that we've just seen. The top three that we've talked about, they aren't. So if that's the best that you got, then it's going to get way worse after that. So it's like, man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to give y'all something, man. And this draft, I just don't really know. To really tell you the truth, I'm lost in it. Like I don't see anything. Nobody that's a sure shot. This is this guy. I think his name is Amir, or uh, I'm in Thompson or so. We're gonna check him out next, and then we're gonna go into another break, and we'll get back to it. I'm don't get so hype up on this draft, but again, we got another guy that's playing not college ball, but maybe a semi-pro type of, I mean, or G League type deal. Um, but you just watch. I mean, you see, you can look and see what he can do. I guess you see it. I don't know. I'm not sure if what he's supposed to be, or I don't know. But I mean, I know he can handle the ball. He can create his own shot, that stuff like that. As far as immediate impact, out of the ones we saw, he has the potential to make an immediate impact. He's like the Green kid from the new from Houston, Jalen Green, or what. He can go hard like that. Just know he's one of those guys. None of Brandon Miller is good, is okay. Scooter's just a point guard. He has the look of the player that could potentially bounce up to be one of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? Turn into a Harden or something like that, or give you buckets. Can turn into Paul Pierce type or something. As far as like what they can do, he can grow into that where he got a potential all NBA in him, kind of like a Brandon Roy to me, and that's what he remind me of. But with more handles and attack mode, that's him. You think Jalen Green, and other four. If me personally, if I were the GM and I would take one of these four, it's him. That's who first pick. My pick would be him out of what I've seen. And mind you, they're all playing on the same level of competition, but it's how they look. And if how the game look, and I do what the NBA do, I feature that. And like Devin, like they started making Devin Booker see, like man, I don't see how you don't take that number one. That's the type of game I'm looking for. Those guys elevate to that. So of what I've seen so far, I forget how to say his first name on I you know can't really see it on the thing. I don't know if it's Amin or Amir Thompson, but I do know of the top four players that they have in draft boards and mock drafts. His game looked like game when I'm around a lot of basketball. So when I can look at certain players and how they play and how they look in the game and tell you, yeah, that's a hooper right there. And this is your number one of just the four I've showed you. It could be some more, we looking. That's your number one player right there. He's rookie, all first team rookie or rookie of the year unless he's somewhere where they're stacked and he has to wait a little bit and another guy can give you, give us a little eye candy so we see him more, but there's your rookie of the year right there. Uh all starting by year three. Hands down, let's he get hurt. All star, let's he get hurt by year three. Hope he goes to a team that has nothing. Put him on a team that has nothing, so he can continue to doing that right there. Yeah. So if you want to know who Your number one pick should be is this dude right here. Up to five. Hey, I they tell me I'm wrong. I'm just looking. I'm like, I'm trying to put it. Let me put him up on the screen by himself. Cause before I take him off the screen, I just need y'all to look at that. That's what it looked like to me. When I'm looking at players and I'm like, hey, this player right here is the this player right here is the one that I'm picking, or how the player look that I want or that I know can go is dude, your rookie of the year next year right there. By year three, all star, potential to be all NBA player. Jalen Green and one of those guys coming up. I see the potential in him. Look at that. That's the NBA dude. He looked better than Devin Booker already, but not as far as like shooting threes or jumpers. He Devin Booker a jumper guy. This dude here is the truth. Just wanting to let y'all know. I'm gonna go through some of these other names. This my NBA draft preview. You know, is what I'm doing. So there you go. That man, look. I'm not picking Wimby. I love Scoot, but if I would need, I already need a number one. Brandon Miller, I I wouldn't start my team with him. If I already had a couple people, I may pick him because I have people to do what this guy right here does. But if I'm one of the teams that don't, man, come on, bro. If I'm the Spurs, they're stupid. Hey, maybe you can market Wimby and all of that, but if I got Pop and I needed me another player, the Kawhis to come along or whatnot, no way am I picking Wimby before dude. No way. And they'll just have to, man, they'll be battling. No way am I picking Wimby before him. What I see and how Wimby moves in his game and all of that, the NBA, he gonna have to try to adjust, and sometimes that mentally break you down. Bro, on your screen right there, that you see on your screen right here, he is the truth. And he's ready. And I'm talking about it a little longer because yeah, that's what game look like. That's that. Yeah, that's all star. That's your potential all star of the ones that we looked at so far on that list. I can just keep watching a little bit. I just want because that's my team. I would want you to pick him. He can set up like he has everything that type of player does. He checks every single box to me when I'm looking at that type of player. And you can be that type of player as a big as a whatever, and some of it look different, but you know what I'm talking about. He checks all the boxes. I swear. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many that check all the boxes. He is one of those guys that check all of the boxes. He got it. Attack. He can bounce, set up, create, dog, defense, uh, all of the moves, every package. You can't. Oh, Lord knows if Lord, God forbid, you got a one on one him because he can score any kind of way. The three, he can handle the ball. He can be the point forward. Bro is NBA ready right now. Like that's him. If there's any one of them in the league that's coming in that's him. I wasn't gonna even I wasn't going to even look at or show y'all a whole highlight tape, but I just wanted you to see what they look. This is what an NBA All Star look. Now, though it's still a chance that hey, the NBA moving fast that he could hit a wall. But I'm talking about when you say that upside word or whatever, he looks like the number one NBA option to me right now. That's it. That's my rookie of the year right there. See, everything he got, every package of everything, every attack package, every layup package, every whatever. You can bounce, you can set up. You got defense. You da da da. He's a number one. That's what I'm talking. That's KD. That's LeBron. That's Kobe. That's Harden. That's T Mac. That's all them types of them players. They do that and it look like it when you look at it. When you watch Wimby highlights, okay, you say he can handle, I mean, and he do, but it's clear, it's kind of whatever. And right here though, yeah, you don't want none of bro. Got that work for you. They got that work. Like I'm sold. That's my NBA Rookie of the Year for next year, right there. That's who I'm picking. If I'm the Spurs, they in the man. I know they in caught between the rock and the hard place because you got to get Wimby off of hype. But what? That's the best player I done seen right there. Out of all of them, I say, hey, give me bro. Telling you, and I watch a lot of basketball, man. I break it down, and I know what the player look like that be killing, and it look the same. I don't care what level of basketball I'm doing. The player that be killing look like dude. He got all like yeah man. Hey, it ain't gonna be nothing y'all can do with dude. So I don't know what coach. I don't even know what your coach yelling at y'all for. Cause ain't none of y'all gonna stop this man. And he almost looked like Jalen Green. I had to make sure I wasn't watching Jalen Green. I swear to you, that's the best play I've seen in a while. Man, it's the Real Underground Sports on the Real Underground radio station app, realunderground.com. We live on Facebook, YouTube, all of that good stuff, man. We're just in here doing the a little NBA preview, draft preview or whatnot, and just going over some names we got right there to our fourth overall prospect. I think it's Amon Thompson. It look like I think they got this misspelled, but it may be Amir Thompson. But then we're gonna check out Cam Whitmore of Villanova, who they got as fifth on that list when we come back. We're gonna do some little music thing, man. We just playing some music in here and from a few artists that we know and just enjoying this day, man. I used to be really, really, really into the NBA draft and it started, I started losing a little interest in it and I said I'm just gonna get back into that real quick and I'm gonna give people a written with this draft right here. I knew that we don't really know what we getting with these players or what they're looking like, and if our team get one of these players, you're like, okay, who? Oh, he did what at such and such. Oh, okay, we gonna be all right then. Now I'm gonna tell you realistically. So Ms. Thompson right there, that's who you want your team to pick. Say if your team ain't picking him, the other guys they gonna be iffy unless you got players that allows them to be just a role player in what they do. Like Michael Porter Jr. take his potential of an alpha number one talent and here's just because of injury. You make him a role player, but with that skill set, then oh yeah, you're nice. That's what the Wimby Scoop glorified. Like he's gonna be back. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like and I like Brandon Miller. He's okay, but they all don't have that what they call that upside. Or if your team picked them, you're gonna be like, all right. But old Thompson right there, that's your dude, man. We're gonna get into video. The guy Bobby Racksmith, man. PSA, Real Underground Sports, man.
this bitch and go super saiyan like T. I'm serious, these niggas is playing. You ain't a P, you premium paying. They hate that a nigga hiding the fact that happening so little time. Like damn, niggas really hate to see you shine, huh? Like how the fuck this nigga buzzing and he ain't drop shit in a while, huh? Sound nothing like these other rap niggas. Like where the fuck he get his style from? Really don't like how he popped up. Big cocky nigga got me fucked up. Don't like what I'm doing, I fucked up. Cause that internet shit get you fucked up. I think that shit sweet with Big Bobby. Drugs got you tough, I'm naturally retarded. Was raised round shit starters. So I am not faced by that shit that you talk. You want a reaction, my nigga, just touch me. Swear on my kids, this shit can get ugly. Keep your 2 cents, only God can judge. You better come with it if you coming for me. To whoever it may concern. You play with this fire, you're bound to get burned. Every loss was a lesson learned. Trust in my process and wait in my turn. Stack up some 20s, 50s, and them hundreds. That rumble in my stomach, let you know I want it. Add a little muscle as I turn up my hustle. No silver spoon, bitch, I came from the struggle. No lights, no gas, no water. Only made me go harder. 23, had my first daughter. It was get a job or either rob you. Dealing with health conditions with my mama. Baby mama, drama, devil my back, created a monster. It's gonna be hell, getting me up off you. A motherfucking rebel, don't play by the rules. Fuck what they talking, I've been paid my dues. Can wear a size 12, couldn't walk in my shoes. Couple bruises, scars, and war wounds for all of the shit that a nigga been through. Not a killer, but nigga, it's me over you. Had to get this shit clear before I got out the booth. Woo! Rack Smith.
Man, I'm back. That was Big Bobby, but Blackballed Bobby, man, check him out. That was PSA. Might have been but that's some music, man, to get crunk to. When you sitting there